Hey guys, I'm Adrian and welcome to my channel, The Minimal Approach. Today I'll be sharing my August makes, so if it's something that's interesting for you, please stay tuned. I can't believe it's already the end of August. I feel like summer flew by so fast. And it did affect my sewing in a way that I started to sew clothes that I would be able to wear in cooler weathers. As in Quebec where I live, autumn can be warm, but you can also have days that it's really cool, so you need to either add some layers or just have warmer clothes. So let's jump in. This dress is such a beautiful garment and I made it paying attention to detail, so I really love it. It's the Marilyn dress from Ensemble Patterns. It features 3/4 length sleeve with a side slit and a little tie detail here at the wrist. Also features a v-neck. I chose the lowest v-neck cut, but there's also a v-neck that's a little bit higher. It features a little loop and button detail at the back for the closure, but you don't really need it as the neckline is pretty big. It is a little bit of an A-line dress, and I used bias binding for the M and also for the back seam. I also did French seams for the side seams, and the sleeves are fully lined, as you can really see the inside of this. So this make is pretty straightforward and it was a pleasure to sew. I know that some people say that Style Arc have really sparse instruction, but I felt like, especially for this make, even if the instructions are sparse, it wasn't a challenge to sew. So I highly recommend this dress. I feel like it's the perfect in-between that you can wear to work and then to kind of like a get-together with friends. I really love it. Beautiful pattern, and I used a Slub linen from Fabricville, and I loved this fabric so much I made another garment with it. So the other garment I made with this linen Slub fabric is this Cheyenne shirt from Hey June Handmade, and I did speak about this make a lot in my latest video, which is the shirt pattern comparison, so I won't get into the details because if you've seen this video it will get a little bit repetitive, but I adore this shirt. I really paid attention to the finishing. Everything is either French seamed or fold under, so you cannot see it, like the M and the cuffs. I made the view with one pocket and I love it. I think it's a beautiful shirt pattern. It comes together really easily. I feel like the instructions are pretty organic in a way that you always see where she's going, and it's not like, ooh, this is confusing, or why is she doing this step before this step or something. So really love this pattern. Although I have to say, even if I shrunk the sleeve by 2 inches like they recommended, because they were saying that the sleeves were made really long, it's still a little bit long on me. I'm not really a fan of that, so what I usually do is that I roll them up, and there is this little sleeve tab here, and I wear them rolled like this, which is something that I really like. It's not as formal, but still, like for me working on a construction site, like this way is perfectly fine. Yeah, really love this shirt. So the only warning I would have is that the sleeves are a little bit long, so I highly suggest that you compare your arm's length with the length of the pattern piece. Oh, also I forgot to mention I'm wearing my ash jeans that I made earlier this year, and I still love them and wear them all the time. They're my go-to jeans. I have 2 pairs made out of this same fabric, and it's just, I wear them non-stop. But this shirt is the Kalle shirt from Closet Case Patterns, and I didn't have enough fabric, so I've kind of made some kind of a mashup between many views. It's the half placket, which comes really low with the cropped view, so the placket finishes here, and maybe there's like 3 inches to the end, so I think it looks kind of funny. And I made the, or I think all the views have this, the kind of like eye and low hem with the high side slit. So I made this because I really wanted to try out the pattern, and I really wanted to use this fabric because I made a PJ earlier, maybe last month, out of this absolutely adorable cotton voile. And this shirt isn't a shirt that I will be wearing to work, for example, because I feel like the fabric makes it look a little bit too casual, and it's a little bit too short. I would have to wear like really high rise jeans for it to be like correct to wear at work and not too revealing. But still, I like this shirt. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite pattern ever, but I like it, and I think this will be perfect to wear at home and just to match my PJ bottom that's in the same fabric. This shirt is another Cheyenne, so it's the second I made. I made it a size smaller, and I also shortened the sleeve by about another inch, so I think it's like 3-inch total. And I love it way better. I think the fit is better, and if I tuck it in for you to see like the same picture, kind of looks like this. I think it fits a lot better. So this would be the X small size. So I did use French seams whenever I could, and I think this is a shirt that I will get a lot of wear out of. And that's the other thing about making a shirt out of a stripe pattern fabric. You kind of really need to be precise when you cut if you want those lines to be looking a little bit vertical, especially on the button placket, the pocket, and kind of like those front and back pieces. So I really paid attention to detail, and I think I got it like pretty much correctly. Although this fabric is a rayon mixed with linen, so it's wrinkle city, a texture to it that felt like it was so shifty. Anyway, it kind of was this was a tough sew for me, but really happy with the result. Next, I fell in love with bodysuit, and this is the Rowan pattern from Megan Nielsen, and again, she did it. It's the perfect pattern for a bodysuit. I really love the options that you get. I made the V-neck option because I feel like this is what looks the best on me, but you have other neck options that I really want to do just them all, even if I don't think it's the best neckline for me. You can also choose to do long sleeves. I chose to do short sleeve for this one because I thought the pattern would make it like a little bit busy, and this was a practice because I didn't know like if the length would suit me, so I just shortened it by 1 inch to see if it would work out, and it totally does. I made the X small for the top portion and the small for the bottom portion, and it fits just like a glove, and I really love it. Since I tuck in most of my shirts, this is just awesome. I really love not having to retuck it or making sure it doesn't look like all just too like bunched up in my jeans. So really love this, highly suggest this pattern. And after the first one, I just couldn't stop, so I made another one. This one is long sleeve, still has the V-neck, and really love it as well. This one is a little bit more snug. I feel like this one had 40% stretch, both horizontally and vertically, but the other one had more than 40% stretch, so maybe I should have done a small for the top and the bottom part of the bodysuit. I want to do it again, of course, in a black fabric, and that's what I will do. Although like I really love this one too. It's made out of a lightweight French terry from Globetex, and I mean, you know, I love Globetex. This is just the best. Also, I just want to zoom in on this V-neck. I'm so proud. I think it's the best neckline I've ever made, especially a V-neck, and it fits perfectly. There isn't any like puckers or anything around the neckband. So congrats to Megan Nielsen for making these incredible patterns. Next, I have a pretty cozy and comfortable outfit. I decided that I wanted kind of like a sweatpants and sweatshirt outfit that I could wear outside the house, so this is definitely it. The pants are the Robinson by Ensemble Patterns, and it's the third time I'm making them, and I love them just a little bit more every time. Although this time I think the elastic is a little bit too snug on me. I might have to change it and make it a little bit longer, but that would be the only thing. Really like these joggers. Also, I made the cuff option this time. And the sweatshirt, well, that was a nightmare to sew because I made a mistake and I cut it a different view for the front and the back that had a lower neckline, and I assembled everything and just realized that afterwards. Anyway, that was totally my bad. And this is the Halifax Sweatshirt by Hey June Handmade. Again, I really made this paying attention to details. I used these little notion to secure the end of this little string. I think I did a good job assembling the zipper and making the pockets match. I also lined the hoodie because I think it looks better. So yeah, really love this make. I think it's so practical and I will get so much wear out of this. This is also a French terry, but a little bit thicker than the one I used for the Rowan, and it's also from Ghillie. This sweater I'm so proud of because it's the first named pattern I've ever made, and I really love their design, but I was just intimidated by them because I feel like they have such a cool vibe and like interesting designs that you don't really see elsewhere, because I feel that there's a lot of indie pattern companies that come up with very similar design, but named, I don't know, I feel like there's just something special to them. I just always thought of their pattern as for more advanced so I never tried them out. But this time I did, and I made the Gemma sweater, and I really love it. It came together so easily, and I also did something that I rarely do, and it's the color block. And I was like so nervous that the seams wouldn't align, but then they perfectly do, and there wasn't even like a moment of like fussing around or anything. It was really easy. I love the little elasticated cuffs, and I love the drawstring at the end here. So this shirt is definitely something that I will wear a lot. It matches my sweatpants, so I think this is just a great win. I also made this little Miller skirt. I won't try it on. It doesn't fit me very well. I think it's a little bit too small around the hips, but I wear it all the time anyway, and I just don't care how it looks because it's comfortable and it's practical. I discovered skirts this summer. I really didn't used to wear a lot of skirt, if any at all, during the summer, exclusively shorts or dresses, and I really love this one. So what I'm thinking for next summer is that I will make more skirts. My final make is this Pilvi coat dress, and I absolutely love it. I feel great in it and very glamorous. I feel like I could go to any night out and would just feel great. I did shorten the dress by 5 inches, and as you can see, it's still long. It's barely over my knee. I love the kind of like V neckline. I think it looks pretty great. I also love the bigger buttons and the tie at the waist. Yeah, didn't struggle at all making this, just followed the instruction and it came together fairly easily. So we are organizing the first Montreal Fractales, and I think this is what I will wear to the event because it just makes me feel so good and I love it. So this is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel so far, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next sewing video. Bye!